Hello and welcome. It is time once again to try to fix something, and today on the workbench I have a PS4 Slim that I believe is a no power. It looks like it's already been diagnosed there. I did not put that sticker on there. Bad power port. Alright, I'll just change the power port. So, what do we get? Nothing on power, and the eject feels spongy, like there's not actually a switch doing anything there. So yeah, no power. And this thing just reeks of roaches. So I have a feeling what we're going to find when I take this lid off. Let's see what surprises await us. And yeah, no surprises there. None whatsoever. Let me get another supply in this thing and see if that's all of our issues. Alright, I have blown out some of the mess inside this thing and put in a spare supply. Let's see what's going to happen now. And we power up and we power right back off again. That's not good. What happened? Yeah, the eject button is squished flat. That didn't look good. I'm pretty sure this is a good supply. Do we get another shot once we unplug it and plug it back in? Blue light. And we're staying on this time. Not sure what happened that first time. Okay, no picture. Are we a blue light of death? Still no picture, nothing at all. Oh, that's great. I have not pulled out the hard drive yet. This could be a hard drive issue. We can only hope. Or it could be a massive roach corrosion issue on the board. Okay. Alright, let me put the camera down and I'll pull the hard drive out and see if it does anything any different. Alright, our hard drive is out now, off to the side. What does it do now? Still just a flashing blue light. Nothing on the screen. Continuous blue light of death. Okay. I guess we need to get this thing apart and see if we can figure something out. I was expecting just a dead power supply, which I think the power supply is dead. It didn't do anything with that supply in there. But what other damage have they done? The roaches, that is. Alright, let me get it on apart, and we'll get it in on the workbench, because that's not getting any better. Alright, we are inside at the workbench, and I have not separated the circuit board, from the back plate, the heatsink plate yet. I think I'd like to take a look at this board under the thermal cam, and which is kind of hard to do because the memory's on this side and the CPU is on the other, and I'd have to have a heatsink on the CPU to keep it running. Anyway, so this is easier to do. Just to I'd like to take a look, see if these memory ICs are all heating up the same. So just a second, let me switch to the thermal cam. Alright, I had to charge my battery on my infrared camera a little while, but I think we're finally up and running. Let's see if I can hit the power button on this thing. There we go. Well, All the RAM looks like it's getting activated. Looks normal. Lots of things getting warm, which is probably also normal. There's our south bridge area. So what gives? That seems to be getting the warmest right there, whatever that is. Oh, it just shut off. And I think it's going to reboot and give a white light. It is giving a white light now that I'm in here on the workbench. Okay. Something's weird going on here. Let me switch back to the regular camera. All right. If I can show you, we now have a white light. And we're now getting video out. And it can't find the hard drive because it's not connected. But why didn't it do that earlier? This thing's acting flaky. So let me get this board out and see if something obvious, shows up on the board on the other side where I can't see. All right, the circuit board is totally out. We can see the APU side of it. And there is plenty of roach mess left behind. Now, is that what's causing our weird behavior? I don't know. I mean, she's going to have a good clean anyway, but I'm just wondering if there's some corrosion in just the right spot to cause some intermittent startup. Yuck. Yeah, let me get to cleaning this up, though. It just needs it badly. Well, let's take a quick look around this board under the microscope. See if anything jumps out at us. There's our old friend, the power management IC, RT5080. A little bit of corrosion up around the Wi-Fi Bluetooth area. Or, I don't know if you call it, there's some corrosion, there's a lot of roach nastiness. I'm just not sure if I'm seeing anything that should keep it from booting. There's our HDMI output IC. Plenty of mess around that. There's some power supply generation stuff there. Our south bridge area. Our 32 kilohertz crystal has got some junk on its terminals. There's our flash memory for our firmware. So plenty of nastiness, but I just don't see anything that would keep it necessarily from starting up. Pretty good down around the APU. So yeah, I was hoping for something just to really jump out at us. End cap on that capacitor there is about had it, hasn't it? Right there. Oh, I'm sorry, just where am I out of the picture? Right there. But I don't know if that would keep it from not working unless it's shorted. So I don't know. Let me get to scrubbing this thing. Alright, after giving this circuit board a thorough scrubbing down with alcohol, I've got it reasonably clean. Let's see if it still works. Let's see, I think I've got my power. Turn on the AC power. Let's see, do we have any power? There we go. I may have to turn my fan on. This thing may overheat pretty quick. Oh, we have video. So it looks like we are going to come back to life. I'm hoping that cleaning did some good, because it did seem to be a little bit erratic. It should be giving us the message that it can't find storage. I think it's rebooting. If I can keep it cool, keep the processor cool long enough. We have a white light. Excellent. Video, please. No? It just takes forever for it to throw up that message. Sometimes if I look away, it throws it up. Yeah, still got a white light. And this is my test supply. The processor is getting toasty. According to my fingertips, it is. There we are. Finally. It takes a while for it to time out and give up looking for that hard drive. Okay, I think we're going to work. I need to replace that eject button on this button board right here, because it's spongy. And we have the power supply to fix. This is the test one, so we still got to fix that power supply. Let me turn this off, and we will get with it. Alright, it's time to open up the supply. Let's see if we can make it work again. And again, I don't recommend anyone do this if you're not familiar with working around high voltages, because there are dangerous voltages present inside. Okay. That's due for a cleaning. Aren't they always, though? Yuck. All right, put these to the side. Here we are. Make sure everything gets in the picture. Grab a meter. All right, is our fuse good? Fuse is good. How about our fusible resistor? Open. Okay. And if that is open, did we damage a MOSFET? Get that in the picture. MOSFET. Let's see, which one of these is responsible for making the standby voltage? Possibly this one. This is a different model than if I've seen this model board before. I probably have, I just don't remember it. No. Here's our 5-volt standby. So it is this MOSFET. And this is the diode. So this is the MOSFET. Which does not seem to be shorted. Do we currently have a short? It's probably something I should check. And something I should have done is make sure these capacitors were discharged. Let's go ahead and do that for safety's sake. They were not, had 130 volts on it. Lucky I did not get bit. Okay, we're discharged now, but I should have done that at the beginning. Get ahead of myself. All right, the negative side of one of these filter caps right here. So do we have a short over here? Like, I expect this voltage to enter on this side of this fusible resistor. So if there's going to be a short, it's open at this point, it'd be over here. So no short. Okay. What about this Zener diode, ZD804 right over here? Nope, not shorted. I know it's beeping, but it read 1.2 ohms. And that's actually normal. Let me null this out really well so we can get a good accurate reading on it. Should be about 1 ohm. Null that. Should be 1 ohm because there's 2 resistors in parallel with it. And that looks healthy. 1.2 ohms, that looks fine. So we did not blow our usual Zener over here. We did not blow our MOSFET, it seems. We did blow our fusible resistor. Is that all we got? We'd be very lucky if that's all we got. And I can't quite see. Let me look right quick like if I can to see the model of this switching IC. Where is it? Right there. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong one. 1608, I recognize that number. That's a power factor corrector. So I'm looking at the wrong IC. How about over here? That doesn't look like it either. MP 6922. Nope, I'm just totally messed up today. LD 5760. Yes, now that I'll accept that answer. So I've been looking in the wrong area. Let me get back to. So if I've been looking in the wrong area, I've been looking at the wrong MOSFET. Looking at the power factor correction MOSFET. It's going to be this MOSFET here that we have to worry about. But no, it still does not seem to be shorted, which I guess I should have realized because when I checked from the negative of that large filter capacitor to the far side of that fusible resistor, if there was still a short present, I should have seen it there, and there wasn't. What about this LD 5760? Are any of its pins shorted? Let me find a good ground somewhere, a good common point. Over here, I believe pin 4 is ground. Yeah, so pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. So we just need a fusible resistor. Let me look over here at some, I think that may have been where the short occurred. I might want to check some diodes in that area. You can see where a roach blew up. Measuring 15 ohms across that diode, but there's a resistor in parallel with it, so that may be normal. What about this right over here? No, not shorted. Okay. So maybe some clean up and change out that resistor, and let's just see what happens then. Alright, after changing that resistor and a little bit of cleanup, not much, this is certainly not the worst power supply I've seen. Let's see. Are we going to get 5 volts? I'm going to bring this thing up slowly. Turn and get my probes on ground here. 5 volt standby here. Bring it up slow. Oh, there we go. Okay, that looks good. So just the fusible resistor. Nice, I'll take that. Okay, I've got some cleanup to do on the case. and we'll put it all back together out there and see if it's still going to come up and work and run reliably. We'll let it run for a while to find out, but this is looking promising. All right, I am in the garage putting this PlayStation 4 Slim back together. Just wanted to show you before I get the covers on it how well it has cleaned up. Looking good. Let's look at the other side. Yeah, cleaning up pretty good. And I've still got to put I cleaned the covers for the power supply. It's ready to be put back together. And I am going to put every screw back into it because I like to be overconfident. So let me get back to it. All right, she is cleaned up, fully reassembled. Definitely smells a lot better. But does she work? Let's find out. Okay, I think we're going to get a lock on the monitor. Can I start PS4? Okay, so maybe we have a erased hard drive. Let's see if we can confirm or deny that. 9.04 later. So those who wanted to know what firmware it's on, 904 later, that means it's going to get 1001. So let me do that. And I will bring you back. It's a long process. All right, it looks like the installation is finally finished. So it looks like it kind of, there was something there. It kind of recovered it, I guess. Let's see. Yep. We have people's logins. Let's just see if she'll read a disk. Takes it in. I have no idea if there's any room left on this thing to install anything. Quite often there's not. Nope, she's reading it. There we go. All right, I think this one is back from the dead. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed that one. You thought it was interesting at least. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And I will see you in the very next repair. So long for now.